Alright, now, every superstar, or, we'll rephrase that. Every great has to go through some adversity. A lot of adversity, honestly. And, if you look at Gretzky, he was traded. The greatest, in my opinion, the greatest athlete to ever walk the planet got traded in his prime. And Lemieux got cancer. And Bobby Orr had to quit early because he fucked his shoulder so bad. Or was his shoulder or his knee? Fuck, I cannot remember, but he had to quit early. I don't even think he has 1,000 points in his career. Gordie Howe played till he was fucking 52 or some shit. No one would have saw that shit coming. A 52-year-old playing in the National Hockey League with his son and still being good. And you look at Crosby. Crosby is he's the smartest hockey player that I think will, I never got to see Gretzky play. But aside from him, because you can pretty much take him out of every single discussion when it comes to this, I think Crosby is the second smartest athlete that I've ever fucking seen in my life. I mean, it's not about making the fucking, McDavid is so good, man. McDavid is a fucking superstar. McDavid's going to be a great when it's all said and done. But it's not about the flashy goals all the time. It's not about going end to end, as much as that's so fucking fun to watch with McDavid. Crosby is, I watched a video of all his goals from this past season. He is just always in the right spot. Never in the wrong spot. He's always right there for the wide open tap in. He's getting deflections all the time. Tips, like half shot, half deflections beside the net. It's like, this guy's just always in the right spot. And there's that saying, the puck follows the great players. Like they show with Patrick Kane all the time. Patrick Kane is another guy like this. He's just not so good all around, but the puck just follows them because they're always in the right spot. And I think he's still the best player in the league at this point. Next season might change that. But, back to the adversity. This guy, he got the taste of success early. Won a cup in his fourth season, I think. Third or fourth. He made it to the finals his fucking third year in the league. He made the finals. Fourth year, he won the cup. He won a whole fuckload of awards. MVPs, Art Rosses. And then he gets those injuries. And if you look at the stats, this guy missed chunks of 3 seasons. He played 30 games, then 20, and then 25. He was on pace for 130-something points that first year. And then the next 2 years after that, it was 125 and 120. In a fucking defensive, in a game where defense is everything and no one's scoring. This guy missed 3 seasons almost. And then what happens when he comes back? Leads the league in scoring 1 year. Win the gold medal. And then he gets the mumps and shit. And then people are like, alright. Is it the end? Nope. Stanley Cup. And then World Cup of Hockey Championship. And then another Stanley Cup. Oh yeah, and 2 Conn Smythes in there. The guy is He's got a fucking strong ass mind. He could have to quit any day because he has to if he gets another concussion. And I think when it's all said and done, this guy's gonna be number 5 on my list. It's gonna go Gretzky or Howe, Lemieux, Crosby. And all those fucking... If you think Ovechkin is a greater player than Crosby, tell me why, until this year, Ovechkin hadn't made it past the second round and misses the playoffs every third year, and Crosby is always in the playoffs. Hasn't missed the playoffs since his rookie year, which is once. And I'll fucking tell you who's better. It's only fucking idiots, some dumbass Americans probably who don't watch the sport, who would say that Ovechkin is better. No. I mean, he's a great scorer, but he doesn't do anything else nearly as well as Crosby. And if there was no power plays in the NHL, Ovechkin's not scoring fucking half those goals, man. It's just the facts. Same thing with Stamkos, and I fucking love Stamkos. I'm not a homer here. It's the facts. And Crosby, always in the right fucking spot. Always. He's just always there. He's never going to score these McDavid flashy goals. He's just going to be right where he needs to be. The puck's going to follow him, like they say. Puck follows the great players. And he's going to fucking have a wide open net. Or he can just do anything, man. He can win faceoffs for you. If they wanted to, they would put him on the penalty kill, but they don't because they want to save him. And they can just put guys like Brassard out there. This guy does everything. And another thing, this is more for basketball or football, really. Or, not really baseball, but, that iconic moment. And Sidney Crosby definitely got one, and you all know what I'm fucking talking about here. This was 8 years ago. More than 8 years ago. 8.5 years ago. Holy fuck. Feels like it was yesterday, that golden goal. Man. That might be the biggest goal in Canadian sports history, and Sidney Crosby's got his name all over that. Man. He's not on the right side of 30 at this point. We better fucking watch your Penguins games, because you're not going to see much more of this guy. He's going to be gone before you know it. Or he's not going to be the same kind of guy before you know it. And we're going to be like, man, that's a top 5 player of all time.